Alright, so I'm just going to have a quick chat about bar chords, right? Now, particularly the F chord. There's a reason that I call it an F chord, and it's really because people find it rather difficult at first. And one of the reasons is that they try to squeeze the heck out of it, right? So if you're using the spongy underbelly of your finger there, you've got a lot of soft tissue to get through before you get any real purchase of pushing the strings down onto the frets. So, and then also if you're trying to do that, as by the way, most people trying to do that sitting with the guitar over here. So they're trying to squeeze that finger on, and they're trying to get maximum pressure down onto that bar and then get the other fingers in there. Now, rather than just squeezing, if we leverage the finger on, so if we roll the elbow in, that's going to help that immensely. But one thing that will help that is actually sitting with the guitar either on this leg. I've got nothing against people sitting with the guitar over here, you know, if it works, it works. But if something's not working, you've got to move around and find a solution there. So you could kind of move the guitar that way, so you can actually bring your elbow a bit in a little bit. But what I like to do is sit with the guitar over here if I'm really, you know, if I'm trying to play something that demands a little bit of movement and dexterity. So it's all about strategizing these things, yeah, so they don't remain too awkward and debilitating, yeah. So here I've got a lot of room that I can move my elbow. Now, your fingers are attached to your hand attached to your wrist, your forearm, and your shoulder. You know, this is an arm that we're dealing with here, not just your fingers. So if we allow some freedom of movement within that, we can really create some nice leverage here, yeah, which will really help. So instead of just squeezing, what I'm doing, I'm putting the finger there and I'm rolling. Yeah, I'm rolling the finger on by bringing my elbow in. And I'm trying to maintain this sort of fairly flat, down by the wrist and the hand, first part of the hand, first part of the segment, first segment of the fingers, fairly flat, yeah. So we're not trying to do this sort of thing, yeah, because that's not a very strong position to play from. Okay, so I'm here. If you want to set your hand up, you can pretty much flatten out the hand, spread out the fingers, claw up the fingers like that, and try and come at it from that sort of point of view. And obviously with a bar chord, the most important part of the chord is going to be the bar, right? So what we're going to do, place the finger there, roll the elbow in, use leverage here. You only need as much pressure as you need. Any more is going to be too much. It's going to create too much tension, or more tension than is ideal, yeah. Music is about flow, yeah, so we're looking for a relaxed way of playing. Not lax, not lazy, just relaxed, yeah, and that's going to enhance your ability to actually have flow and fluidity within what you're doing. So I've got my finger here, cranking my elbow in, giving me a little bit of leverage, rolling onto almost like the top part of my finger, and then from there I'm placing these other fingers down. Now, I'm not saying that this is easy peasy, especially if you haven't done it before, but there's ways to doing things, and if you're choosing the difficult ways to doing things, then it tends to take you a whole hell of a lot longer. So we want to be strategic about what we're doing. You know, we want to be a little bit smart about it. Movement is your friend. Experiment with movement. Yeah, don't. And remember, like, you know, if you're looking at a book and you see a chord diagram, that person's hands are probably different to yours for a start. And the other thing is, you know, the snapshot that you see is just a moment in time, yeah. So there's fluidity of movement between chords, yeah. Movement is your friend, not just your fingers, but let your arm move, yeah. Let your shoulder move. Be fluid. Don't be so rigid.